Assalamu alaikum and good day, ma'am. My name is Shahana Odin and I will be the first presenter from the group 5, and our topic is the receptive macro skill viewing. Before we start our discussion, let's have the pre-test. So you can copy this link and answer the given test. Alright, if you are done with the pre-test, let's proceed to the motivational activity. So our activity is called Guess Me. So let us start. The first one, find the missing piece of the picture. I will give you 5 seconds to identify the answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So let's check the correct answer. Alright, the correct answer is 4. If you answer 4, congratulations. Let's proceed to the second picture. Find the hidden number. Okay, again, I will give you 5 seconds to identify the answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's check the correct answer. Okay, 17. If you answer 17, congratulations, your answer is correct. Let's proceed to the last picture. How many oak you can see? Again, I will give you 5 seconds to identify the answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So let's see if your answer is correct. Okay, the correct answer is 1. If you answer 1, congratulations, your answer is correct. Very good. Okay, that's all for our motivational activity. Let us now proceed to our learning outcomes. At the end of the lesson, students will be able to A. Explain the nature, definition, and importance of viewing. B. Apply viewing skills to understand diverse cultures and perspectives. And C. Identify key elements within visual text. What is viewing? In the Canadian Common Curriculum Framework, viewing is defined as an active process of attending and comprehending visual media such as television, advertising images, films, diagrams, symbols, photographs, videos, drama, drawing, sculpture, and paintings. So viewing is about reading, analyzing, evaluating, and appreciating visual text. Viewing is an active rather than passive process. So the Canadian Common Curriculum Framework refers viewing as an active process of engaging with and understanding visual media. It's not just about passively watching, but actively analyzing, interpreting, and appreciating the message conveyed through visual elements like images, videos, and artwork. Think of it as reading a visual text, just like you read a written text. Let's proceed. Receptive macro skill viewing. Viewing, the act of interpreting and understanding visual information, has emerged as a crucial receptive macro skill in the modern educational landscape. In this lesson, we will delve into the nature and purpose of viewing, exploring its multifaceted components and its significance in contemporary learning. Viewing is being used in education today, such as analyzing images and videos in history classes, evaluating artwork in an art history, using online learning platforms, and so on. So those examples demonstrate how viewing is no longer just about passively looking at images. It's about actively engaging with visual information to understand its meaning, context, and implications. Nature of viewing. Viewing encompasses more than simply watching a video or looking at a picture. It involves a complex interplay of cognitive processes including perception, interpretation, analysis, and evaluation. To better understand this, I will explain each. So the first one is perception. The initial stage of viewing involves visually perceiving the elements within a visual text such as colors, shapes, textures, and movements. Example, Imagine a picture of a red apple. In perception, we see the round shape of it, the red color, and maybe a little bit of shine. So that is a perception. Perception is how we understand visual information. It's like reading a book, but instead of words, we use images. Let's now proceed to the second one, interpretation. Viewers then interpret the perceived elements, assigning meaning and understanding to the visual information presented. This involves drawing upon prior knowledge, cultural context, and personal experiences. So going back to our example earlier, the apple. So in interpretation, we understand that it is an apple because we've seen an apple before and know what they look like. Interpretation is like making sense of those words or things, and we put them together to understand the meaning being presented. Okay, let's proceed to the analysis. Critical viewing requires analyzing the visual text, construction, considering factors such as composition, framing, lighting, and symbolism. So, analysis is about looking deeper into an image to figure out what the artist or creator wants us to see and think. So, again, our example is the apple. Analysis is like taking the picture of the apple and breaking it down. We'll look at the composition, framing, lighting, and symbolism. In composition, how are the things in the picture arranged? Does it draw our eyes to a specific part? In framing, how close or far away are we from the apple? Does it make it seem important or small? In lighting, is the apple in bright light or shadow? Does this make it seem good or bad? And in symbolism, does the apple have any hidden meaning? Could it stand for something else? So that's how we use analysis and viewing. Let's proceed to the evaluation. Viewers evaluate the visual text effectiveness, considering its clarity, persuasiveness, and overall impact. So evaluation involves assessing the credibility of the source and identifying any potential manipulation or propaganda. This steps is like judging the image, deciding if it's good or bad, and why. So that's all for the nature of viewing. Let's proceed to the purpose of viewing. So the first one is information acquisition. Visual text provides a powerful medium for conveying information, enhancing comprehension and relation. Images, diagrams, charts, and videos can effectively illustrate complex concepts, making them more accessible to learners. So, information acquisition means getting information. Visual text like images, diagrams, and videos are great for this because they make complex ideas easier to understand and they help us remember what we learn. Example, image learning about the heart. A diagram showing the different part of the heart would be much easier to understand than just reading about them. And a video of our heart beating would help us visualize how it works. So this makes learning about the heart more engaging and memorable. Next one is critical thinking. Viewing encourages critical thinking by prompting viewers to analyze, interpret, and evaluate visual information. This fosters the ability to question assumption, identify biases, and form independent judgments. So this passage argues that viewing, specifically watching movies or videos, can encourage critical thinking. This is because it prompts the viewers to analyze, interpret, and evaluate the visual information presented. This process helps viewers develop the ability to question assumption, identify biases, and form their own independent judgments. So that is the critical thinking. Let's proceed. Cultural understanding. Viewing exposes learners to diverse cultures and perspectives, promoting empathy and intercultural understanding. Visual text can showcase different lifestyles, traditions, and values, broadening learners' horizons. So, cultural understanding is how images and videos can help us understand different cultures and be more open minded. Cultural understanding means learning about different ways of life. Visual text can show us how people in other countries live, their traditions and beliefs, and what's important to them. This helps us see the world from different perspectives, be more understanding of other cultures. Example, imagine seeing pictures of a traditional wedding ceremony in India. So we might see the colorful cloths, the decorations, and the special rituals. This gives us the glimpse into Indian culture and help us appreciate their tradition. By experiencing different cultures through visual text, we become more open-minded and understanding of the world. Okay, let's proceed to the last part, the communication skills. Viewing enhances communication skills by providing learners with a deeper understanding of visual language. This includes interpreting nonverbal cues, recognizing symbols, and effectively conveying messages through visual media. So, this is about how images and videos can improve our communication skills, especially in using visual language. Communication skills in visual text means understanding how pictures and videos communicate. This includes interpreting nonverbal cues, recognizing symbolism, conveying messages through visuals. Example, imagine you're trying to explain a complex idea to someone. Instead of just using words, you could create a simple diagram or infographics. By using visuals, you can communicate your message more effectively and make it easier for others to understand. This shows how visual text can help us communicate more clearly and creatively. So that will be the end of my part. This is the reference of my report. Thank you so much for listening.